This is the 9th Aromatherapy humidifier mister. It's a cool mist mister, so it's not hot. Won't burn you if you put your hands right on it. It also is a nightlight, so you can cycle through any number of colors and it'll turn off and it'll start cycling through them again, which is pretty neat. It has various levels of, it goes from high to low is what I'm trying to say. And then that's off. I don't really notice too much of a difference between the levels. Maybe you will. The way it operates, I guess, let me turn this off and show you how it operates. So I guess I'm gonna unplug it. So take the cover off. Always, always, always operate it with this cover. Otherwise, you're going to have a terrible, terrible mess on your hands. The reservoir holds 100 milliliters, and they provide you a little cup. 100 milliliters is somewhere between a third of a cup and a half a cup. Not a huge amount, but this will run about 3 hours per tank full before you need to change it. The essential oils that you would add would go right in there when you first put the water in. Something else to note, that it has a drain side, because if you're pouring water out this way and the water gets on the controls, that's not going to be any good. So when you dump the water out, it has to be right there. And it comes with a cord, which you have to attach yourself, but it attaches right there. Very simple to use. It will immediately distribute any aromatherapy oil smell around the room fairly quickly, I think. But in my experience, the aromatherapy smell doesn't last the whole 3 hours. So you'll probably need to reapply if you're so inclined. There are safety mechanisms built in so that it won't burn itself out after 3 hours, but if you want to keep going with it, do add water before it runs out. You should use, ideally you should use distilled water with this unit because it will reduce the mineral buildups that tap water has, but you don't have to. Just make sure that you clean it fairly regularly. I mean, you'll have to clean it anyway when you change essential oil scents, because it does leave kind of an oily residue around the side. But just keep that in mind. As long as you clean it regularly, this should last you quite a while.